in the world is going on here? Okay. I see. I see. What? Wait a minute. What? There you go. Fire in the hole, so they say. Fire in the hole. Felix, fantastic. Hello. Hi there. How are you? How are things? Are things good? That's fine. I'll wait. I want an answer. I want to know. You tell me. 10 minutes and 30 seconds until we close this puppy out. What do we got? Wednesday? Tuesday, June 18th, 2019. Wallbanger likes numbers. Fine, and you. Thank you, Felix. Okay, today is okay. Snow, good morning. Things are good. Excellent. That's what we like to hear. Little tired as every night. Well, I just got some fresh coffee. It might be a little, it's a little too hot to be messing around with at the current moment. That's fine. Snow needs more coffee. Well, get it. You got 9 minutes and 44 seconds. You get that coffee. Hello, Snow. Hello, Felix. Hello, everyone. Wallbanger. I left a little message for you guys up on top of the screen. It's good times. Good times. Anyway, on the 4 hour, we have a little bit of a two-way story here. Could be painting a bit of a pennant, or if we just do this, right? Just like that, and then we take this guy, and then we do that, right? The whole story changes. Then, boop, boop. Then it turns into a bowl flag. Hey, what do you know? Yeah, so crazy things happening on the 4 hour. There's even more crazy things happening on the 1 hour. It's been a drippy, droopy, slippery, slopey kind of day. A lot of large wicks on the 1 hour, getting eaten up quick. A little hard to see on the 4 hour, but you can see these wicks over here, right? It's essentially the same place it worked its way down to, and then just kept getting smashed up and smashed up. Coffee's coming. Very nice. You didn't get a mention. Yeah. Snow, we all know. See, Snow, you don't make me go onto other websites, right? These freaking guys over here got me looking at KuCoin shares and Zion or whatever the hell that last one was. Yeah. You know, at least I can get your freaking G-Byte super freaking wick coin. It means you love G-Byte. Yeah, and you were late yesterday. You were super late. Yeah, punishment. No mention for being late. Oh, well, what we can do is we could do this. Let's get rid of this. We had enough fun, right? We had enough fun there. Okay. There. All right. Is that better? You feel more included in in the party? We did, Snow. Snow's busy. Snow's like, I creep through Twitter. Well, I try to get on there often, but I just don't have the time. But I always see Snow doing something. She's got Beats Coin going on, the Vibra things. It's yeah, she's busy. She's gonna do some Q&A. It sounds like, right, Snow? You're doing some live Can we do some live Q&A, AMAs, something like that? Sounds like it. Sounds interesting. Make sure you tell us time and place so we know. So we all know. What do we got? 6 minutes. Let's go ahead and put the daily up. Might as well take a little look-sees. Okay, so in proper Bitcoin fashion, everybody got worked up over the nice uptrend, and then, we got to take a break. Got to take a break. Got to give a little back. Everybody wants the entries. You know what I mean? You got to get back in. Yes, those busy. Yes, indeed. You need me to send you a tinfoil hat? Why, for the aliens? Nah, it's cool. It's cool. All right, tinfoil's already on the windows, man. We're good. Check that box. I'm in a few different podcasts too. Coming up as a guest. Awesome, Snow. That's fantastic. Dean over at Twitch. What's up? What is going on? See, Dean over there, he's keeping the Twitch channel alive, right? I'm trying to build that thing up. You guys refuse, so you got to keep catering to YouTube over here. But Dean over there, he's locking it down. You know what I'm saying? He's got that whole Twitch room just to himself. Good work. Make sure to give us the links to the yeah, Snow. Put that stuff in there. If you could put it right in chat, go ahead. When things are a little bit bigger, we'll blacklist links because people get trolled, and then it's a bad thing, viruses and all that jazz. But we're a small, tight knit group, so it's all good. I don't think Snow's gonna implant any weird viruses on Wallbanger's computer, right? Smokes, 4 minutes to the Apple drop. So far, we hit lower than our open yesterday, right? So our open yesterday was 89.75. We tapped down so far today 89.19. So the low was a little bit more. We haven't hit our midterm, very early, super shallow pullback structure yet. But we're very close, very close. The idea would be when you're in strong uptrends, right? When you're in very strong, somewhat violent, parabolic type uptrends, you're not going to get those deep pullbacks, right? You're not going to get the 5 and the 618 and the 786, and you definitely won't get the 886, right? You're not going to get those types of pullbacks unless it's a wick, right? Sometimes you smash down like $1,000, like just to a wick, and if you blinked your eyes, it would already be back to where it was, right? That happens. But no, I'm talking more once you've established that type of trend, right? We have to adjust how we trade. We can no longer be looking for entries or support at the 618 or the 786. Now you start talking like 236, 382, and then a deep one during that type of trend is going to be somewhere around the 5. So you have to add confluence in that with like a 20 MA, or if you're, super, what do you call it? Like super parabolic, then you're creeping into like the 10 MA. You know what I mean? And there's strategies for parabolic trends, right? You do like a 10-10. You do a 10 EMA with a 10 MA. You could play to crosses, play to support, first line of support, second line of support. You lose the second line, you crash out, sell. You wait for support on the 20, yada, yada, yada. But we're not there yet. But it is something to digest, right? It's something to understand so that you can be better prepared for, what they call buying the dip. All right. Cool. All right. I will for sure. It will be on my Twitter as well. I have Beats Coin 1 there too. All right. Center lifting coins. Would you choose to? Me? Wallbanger, you talking to me? Oh, guys, put your, or DM me, right? because I'm like trying to find you guys and follow you guys, but your names are different, right? So I got a couple of you guys last night. I had a couple extra minutes, so I was floating around Twitter. But yeah, I mean, if I don't already follow you, just make sure you just shoot me a DM, man. That's all. I mean, super easy. Let's see. Are you talking to Snow at Wallbanger? Do you want him to show your coins on the podcast? Can we analyze Neo BTC next? Sure we can. All right, Neo BTC. It's on the list. On the list. The list has been updated. You are all good. What do we got here? 28 seconds. Holy moly. Felix is just joking. I just mean comment. Comment? What? Oh, comment on a coin? I don't know what you're talking about. Yo, Hackin' Dan, what's up? Follow the real. Do I not follow? Hey, dude, shoot me a DM. I apologize. I really do. I don't. When I do get on Twitter, it's fairly quick. I scroll through the feed, real quick. But because I miss so much in between, that it just ends up being a disaster. And then it's like every other rabbit hole, right? The second you go into one thread, you spend like 20 minutes in that thread, and then you go chart something. That's like an hour. You come back, and you forgot everything you were doing. So, yeah, I don't, like, every time I try to go on there and you'll find these people, right, find you guys, I just forget. So, DM is for sure the best way. I got your name right there. Bang, boom, hit the button, rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? All right, good deal. Seller, pull back to 208, maybe? Seller, what, USDT? No, well, if you're talking 208, probably BTC. Well, I don't know if you, honestly, I don't know if you want to trade BTC pairs while BTC's going down. If BTC's going up, then sure. But we'll take a look. VET BTC. Wow, VET. I haven't seen VET in forever. Okay, anyway, we are closed out. Let's rock this candle. Whew. We opened up at 93.33. We hit a high at 93.59. Low downtown to 89.19. Closed it out at 90.78 for a loss of $254.66 or 2.73%. So like we first talked about when we started, was what you got yesterday, right? You didn't give it all back, but you did push lower than the open, right? That's important to remember, right? Because you tested an area lower than the open and it got eaten up, that tells you that there's still buy orders down here, right? So in other words, there's liquid down there, and not like the kind you can put into a cup and drink. Coffee is terrible. All right, but it's good. It's great. It's fine. So what we're looking for is, if this is like our little super shallow pullback, then we're looking for this candle needs to get up and close at least above yesterday's candle. If it's a weak candle, right, that puts weakness in the uptrend, right? The momentum is with the bulls. If the bulls can't capitalize on that momentum even after a day of hesitation, well, then you're looking at probably further downside or more accumulation, right? Where, we'll sit at a range for quite some time and just sort of bounce up and down and do some real boring things until somebody makes up their mind and throw some money in the pool, and then, away we go. All right? Oh, you want both? Both for seller? Right? All right. All right, seller, both for banger. All right, you have been updated. You're all good. Just choose the first two on the list. I'll post all the others just for everyone to take a look at. I still don't know what the hell you're talking about, but that's cool. Okay, so what we say? Neo BTC, rock and roll. Here we go. All right, thoughts on Facebook? Do we want to go? Do we want to go down that road? Is it tangent night? Do I need to go on On like a rant? I don't know. I don't know if I should do that. All right. Not both, just BTC. Okay, no problem. We will do BTC after Neo. We'll do Seller. All right, so what do we got here? Neo. So, Neo BTC. All right, on the daily, right, we're looking at what we would hope to be, right? Would be a good level for reversal, right? We can't call it a reversal, so to speak, just yet because of the severity of the downtrend, right? So the major downtrend, right, is certainly in control, right? We painted a lower low, which is not, helping things out. So now that that's taken care of, right? If we have a current reversal, right, we play to the strength of the current reversal. Right, so the current reversal is this right here, which gave us a few opportunities, right? The issue with it is you're, as good as it looks, you're bound by price action of Bitcoin, and that's been pretty severe the last few days. So with Bitcoin going up high, right, taking away a lot of the liquid from some of the alts, you have to play into that with your price action. So not only can you look at it for just what it is, you have to understand how Bitcoin dominance and liquidity affect every other alt, right? Like it or not, that's how it is. That's the market we trade, unless you're trading a USD pair. But even then, you still have to know what Bitcoin's doing because, right? Put it this way. If you're trading anything but Bitcoin and Bitcoin's going up, whatever you're trading has to outpace Bitcoin, right? Does that make sense? So if Bitcoin's painting candles of 10% a day, why would you pull out of Bitcoin and go into, let's say, Neo if Neo is not painting candles of 11% a day, right? That's how you have to think about it when you're trading these pairs. That's just in general. That's across the board, right? So if Bitcoin's going down, it's vice versa, right? You're looking for coins that are not dropping as fast, right? They're either maintaining their value into a USD pair or they're going up in value, which in turn, right, you'll be able to, benefit off of that point like a USD pair outside of a BTC pair, right? So a few different ways of looking at things. Anyway. What we're looking at here was a good push up, a drop down, another push up, right, and then a lower, right? This kept us in trend, right? So we didn't get that pattern that we've been looking for, but it's still fine because it's still a trend nonetheless. We do have a swing fail. That's this guy right here, and we broke out through that. Now, if we take, this must be lined up for probably a 4-hour chart, but let me just refocus it for the daily. So if you take your lower trend, right, we broke lower trend. So that's already a sign that not good, right? You cross over this lower trend, you lose support, right? Then you're going down a little bit, and that's fine too. So what happened on the swing fail was we pushed up, we closed up above it, we attempted a shot higher, and then we started coming back down. So expect something like this. If you're going to retest that swing fail, test it good, right? So if you are going to come all the way down, at least come down and retouch this line right here, right? That's your swing fail line. Let me make that orange so it's a little bit easier to see. So something like that. Now remember, that's on the daily, right? There's plays to be made on the hourly and the 4-hour. Now, if that doesn't, right, if this is considered close enough, well, then you failed your trend, right? And that's even worse, right? So you're working on making a new trend, right? And if you fail the trend right away, well, that's a red flag for further downside. Remember, we're in a downtrend, right? Very much in a downtrend. So keep that in the back of your head. Look how sharp this slope was coming down. It was a very aggressive move down. So that being said, you got a big aggressive move down. You got a good push up, but it starts rounding the top, right? If you start seeing this, where it does like, It comes down, right? And then it sort of does like that. All right, that's your dead cat bounce. You don't want that. If you're going to get a reversal, right, you want something along the lines of like sharp drop, bang, like a nice V bottom, like a check mark. That's the kind of reversal you want. So there's not a lot of strength in this particular reversal. Not to say that it's not going to be able to outdo itself, but right now it doesn't look, glorious, right? So you have to take that into consideration. If we get rid of this, that, and just leave, let's get rid of, we'll keep the long-term trend over there. All right. So if you just look at it for what it is, right, you have a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. Bang. You got a trend, and then you have a swing fail right here. Price reversed, came up, dropped, so you failed it. So that's not good. Now, if we take our secondary swing fail, this is more prominent, this guy right here. So you had to wait for enough, juice to get rolling here. And then, okay, we'll take our secondary swing fail. Now, if you play the secondary swing fail, remember that it is just that. You're already 1 step, 1 degree weaker in trend because you already have 1 swing fail. Now you push the price up again and you failed again. So now you got 2 swing fails, right? Technically, I guess you're looking at like 3 swing fails. So, and that's just on the daily. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you can imagine what's going on in like the hourly. All right. So all of this being said, all right, what do you have coming down over here? What do you have coming down over here? What do you have right here? Massive convergence of moving averages, right? Really cool stuff because they will help you decide your bias on whether you're going to be long or short, right? You don't want to trade long below like a very fast EMA, like a 7 and a 9, right? The white's a 7, the blue's a 9. I keep them both just because I'm testing out some theories. So anyway, that being said, right, you don't want to long this, as juicy as it may seem, like, oh yeah, we hit, support right here, let's long. Nah, wait for confirmation, you know what I'm saying? And you're still under a swing fail, right? This orange line is your swing fail. So you don't want to be jumping the gun just to get stuck holding it, right? Because that is a possibility for sure. If this doesn't correct the way you want it to correct, it doesn't care what you want, right? It's going to do what it's going to do. And right now, what it should do, based off of the pressure on the sell side, it should continue to go down. Right now, if it does continue to go down, you do have this first layer of support, which we've already used a few times. After that, you're looking at another layer of support over here. And after that, you're looking at a double bottom. And beyond that, you're looking at painting new lows, like all new lows. All right. So keep that in the back of your head. If you're going to trade this, wait for confirmation. Dude, there is so much room to go, right, on this particular coin because it's older, it's bigger, yada, yada, yada. But, yeah, I mean, let's just say, what the hell's the price line at? Jeez, there's too much crap on here. Oh, right here. All right. So let's just say, shits and giggles, right, 916% back to the top, all right? So there's room for confirmation is basically all I'm getting at. There's room. You don't have to rush the gun for 1% or 2%, especially if it's going to knock you down 3 or 4%. It's just not worth it. Wait for confirmation, push up above the fast EMAs, get up, close over this swing fail, right? And then you're in a cautionary period, like a little caution zone over here until you cross over and get yourself a new high in your trend, which is going to be this line up here, this green one. All right? So you got some work to do. Neo's got work. Yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Let's see. So seller, just BTC. All right. Seller BTC. All right, so, yikes, dear, wow, jeez, holy, leave it to banger to find this monstrosity. Thank you. We were not we're not gonna touch that. But you know, we'll look. We're not gonna do anything with that particular candle. All right, now on the large side, what do we got? All right, so long-term trend is a crossover right here. So a good push, and I want to point something out, right? This the first two anchor points, right, are the actual drop, right, on the next day of trading, the full second day of trading. And then the next anchor point was the retrace pushback fail. All right, so this is basically your first swing fail, right? Your fail to get another higher high because you started up over in, you know, way the hell up there somewhere. But look at where it lands. Look at that failure. Look at this rejection. All right, you can't make that stuff up. If you're going to stop like to the sat somewhere, anywhere within all of this trading, you have 1-2 good days of trading, and you're going to stop anywhere, and you stop right there based off of these two anchor points, what does that tell you? That's strong, right? That's a strong trend. So now what does this tell you right here? All right, this is where people start getting a little, woo, baby. So what happened was we broke long-term trend, right? Very slow bleed over here. This is like coming out of a symmetrical triangle at the apex and just like bleeding out of it. You know what I mean? Very unenthusiastic. All right, let's put it that way. If I was seller and I just broke that trend basically from opening day after losing it right here, right? I'd be pretty bullish. Right, this candle right here, that would be considered my my flip, retest, support, right? And then these two candles would be a higher high. These two candles would be like way the hell up here. You get the buying in, you know what I mean? But again, you're dealing with a BTC pair, right? So seller's not going to keep up with Bitcoin when Bitcoin's going from, you know, 8,200 to 9,400. It's just not going to keep up. So you have to play into that. All right, you got a good push up. You came down for a proper retest. You almost lost it. So it was a bit of a challenge over here. You did start getting your 50, started coming in over here. So that sideways, you don't really deal with it here until it starts flattening out, which is doing right now. Right, so in the future, soon, we could start to consider the 50 as a legitimate support line, or at least one level. That being said, you're clamping down, right? You're clamping down. So your 7.9 is pushing down. It's pushing the price down. It's not allowing it to get up over it. It denied it here. It denied it here. It denied it here, right? That's all on the daily. Now your 20 has now creeped up, right? Crossed over to 50. That's bullish, but it's also lagging. Pushed up over, and again, this is just going to be more pressure, pushing down, pushing down, pushing down. So it's going to take more than this volume to push up out of that, right? That's junk right here. You got to push up out of that junk. Right now, you don't have enough gusto. You're trading under the average, right? And when you were over the average, you were selling. This is selling pressure. All right, people didn't like the price up here. It was too high for them. They needed to push it down so they get a better entry and get back in so that they can attempt to reclaim these levels up here, right? That's your ultimate goal, right? Call it long term, call it short term. That's what you're looking for. So now on the trend side of things, right? If you were to paint this trend down here and say, all right, well, if I have my lower level and I have my upper level, what else am I looking at? Well, that's a good question, right? You had a bit of a symmetrical triangle. All right. Now you've kind of, ruined it. You had a breakout, which ended up being also your swing fail, push back for support, which was good, right? And now you just sort of dribbled off the sides, right? If this were to be your confirmed trend, right, you lost it right here with a false break. So false break, you're reclaiming it today, and you literally just opened a candle on top of it, right? So expect further resistance until you push up past that. And you could see that on like a 4 hour or an hour. You could see like momentum picking up. If we look at some like little things over here, so MACD still bearish, right? Your signal line crossed over for further downside. RSI has failed to achieve over 50. So everything's looking bad. That's basically it. Momentum shifted down. TTM on the daily shifted downward. So it doesn't look good. I mean, that's, just keeping it real. Doesn't look good. Your new swing fail, which is this guy, is going to need to be addressed as well, right? So technically speaking, price came up here and reverse. That's your first swing fail. There's no reason in drawing that because we already broke it. Your next swing fail is right here, right? And this would be price came back up, right? Reverse again down. But your bigger swing fail, the bigger reversal is this guy right here, right? So now as you're trading, you have to keep this line in mind as going to be, resistance going to be coming up. And of course, we didn't even lay fibs down, right? So, don't even worry about that. You got levels beyond levels, right? This one's pretty obvious. Like this level is this level, which is your swing fail breakaway level. So like that's the important level. Until you get there, there's enough happening in this zone for you to spend some time with. All right, so let's see. VET BTC. All right, good old VET. It's been a long time, VET. All right, so broke out of range. We've seen this on a couple other charts, right? A little break out of range, do a little dance, above it, lose it, break below it, test it and fail. And that's exactly what VET did. All right, so broke through it, right? Barely found support. Hesitation for a day, really. Found support down here for any reason? No. Found support for no reason. That's a no. God, I hate that. So we could do this. See if we could find why that support exists. Right. Yeah. All right, that'll work. So your 1-4. Your 1-4 is basically your support, right? So a 1-4 extension off of your pullback, right? Your retrace. That's your retrace. So retrace from not even from all-time high, just from local high. That's the push play right there, right? So that's your 1-4. So 1-4 is going to act as temporary support until it gets some sort of confirmation, which, this is a little bit higher than the 1-4. So I don't know if I would really count that, but this was indication, I suppose, that price was going to head that way, and sure enough, here you go. Now you have like an actual proper test, right? So we can call the 1-4 our support line as far as bottom is concerned for now. Okay. That being said, we do have a low, right? A high, a higher low, right? And then not a higher high, right? So you got your swing fail already to the downside. So that's this right here. All right, and actually this one looks like I'll put 2 on. Put one over here as well. Because we got nice resistance, so I like that. All right. So now that you have this set up, because you made a lower low, you're still technically in trend, right? Nothing changed. You can't do too much with this. Unless you're looking at this as a reversal play, which is doable, right? But this becomes invalidated because you made a lower low. It'd be different if you made a double bottom, but that's not a double bottom. All right. So that being said, yeah, there you go. So that being said, this is this is a struggle play right here. You can't do too much with it. Again, I wouldn't long anything below your faster MAs, right? 7-9. They're fairly consistent. Like we talked about yesterday, how price gravitates towards the EMAs, right? It's kind of like VWAP, same deal. And when that's the case, right, if you're that far away from it, price should, like a magnet, sort of be attracted to it. It's up to volume, momentum, and traders to push up over it. And then you have your immediate next one, right? You got your 20 to deal with. So that being said, right, you have some issues to deal with here. Riding the trend down is probably your best indication of where price might go. And that's this right here. So for something like this, where's my thing? For something like this, I would probably keep an eye out on the 618, the 1618, right? And I would adjust this trading so that if I do break below, this is my target area, right? If I maintain, right, and I can creep up over these, then I have my first level of, issues to deal with, right? And that's going to be this right here. All right. So really for this style pattern, what we're looking at right here, if you want to turn that into a reversal, if it turns itself into a reversal, I probably wouldn't be doing anything until we cross this green line and we're above our fast EMAs, right? And then we could start to decide, like, all right, this trend line right here should be resistance. Let's flip it to support. If we flip it to support while we flip our swing fail, then okay, then we have something to look at. But until then, this is something to sort of, put on the back burner. But I wouldn't do much with this in its current state. It looks pretty bad. All right. And there you have it. V-Chain. Been a while since I've been on that chart. Woo! All right, not both, just BTC. Chart Libra. Holy! Yo, if there was a button, like, remember in the cartoons when they'd have that guy on the stage, right? And he'd be like, singing and dancing, and then they bring that giant hook out. You would have gotten the hook right there for that. You would have gotten the hook. No, Dan, you can't chart Libra. Libra's not out. 2020. Can I chart the white paper? Could probably light it on fire. Wrote the list at 15:43 hours Eastern time, so some have gone up a little. Evening, people. Glad to see you. Miguel, what's up? Dean, thanks for getting out. Nano BTC, please, for Felix. Nano. I haven't charted this guy in a while either. Jeez. You're bringing in the old timers here. Are you guys just looking up, like, what's doing terrible these days? What scanner are you guys using? Let's see. Seller maybe goes to 222, then down. Let's see. I just took a quick 5% on those coins. Nice. Wallbanger. Very nice. Zcash, BTC. Let me add it to the list. ZEC, BTC. All right. You're on the list. So let's see. Oh, wait. Hold on. So you had a question about seller? Let me come back to Nano in a minute. Seller, BTC. What'd you say? 222? All right, 222. Where's 222 on the map? All right, 222. Come back to 222. Well, yeah. So, your EMA should push you down first, right? And then you want to maintain support on your support line, right? This is a confirmed trend, right? 1, 2, anchor, 3, touch, confirmation, right? False break puts you up above it. Opening by where you open just on the daily, you're up above it. So you're already good, right? Price has already reacted to your 7, right? The 7 knocked it down. So no big deal. You just need volume to come in, and a little bit of effort will push it up over to 7, which will be, you know, first time in a week or so, it'd be up over to 7, right? So consider this. This is basically what you're looking at, right? Rejection on the way down, find support, attempt, fail, push, right? Once you push, you're good. Now, it failed on the 50, but it really shouldn't have, because the 50 doesn't mean much while it's still like coming into play, but whatever, that's fine. So when it comes down, like here, you got resistance, but look where it found support, right? What you crossed over, you've now found support on. All right, so that's what you're looking for. You're just looking for this hesitation, which you're getting right now, and a good push up, right? So if you push up at the same time, you'll probably break your EMAs and your 222 level. I wouldn't worry too much about that. The next thing you're looking for at that point is to get up over this level, this guy right here. Okay, you got to close up over your swing fail for starters, right? But you've already done that over here, right? So nobody cares. So you need to get over this line, right? And this line. So really 268 you're looking for before you really get like bullish. And even then to go long, right? Your next stop is 330, right? You're looking for rejection at 330. And if you didn't get it from that candle, you sure as hell should get it from this disaster right here, right? That should act as resistance, pretty good resistance. But what happens is, right, when you break it, so you got your failure, right? So this is basically your first attempt rejection. You come back down, you swing back up, everything's good. And then when you hit it, you should stall and hesitate, right? Maybe even pull back a little bit. But then when you break it, it should be violent. It should be a good break. You know, like a candle. Like a 10, 15, 20% candle. Something nice. Real nice. Nice. All right, back to Nano. All right, so what have you guys done? This is a disaster. Guys, what are we looking at here? It's just bad. It's bad on all levels. There's nothing good about it. I'll tell you right now. Looks terrible. Looks terrible. Mm-hmm. Looks real bad. Found support on the 1-4. So just like the last coin, right? Your 1-4 is your temporary support line for now until things change. That's that right there. So that's fine, but there's nothing good about this. Nope, that's all bad. All right, you got like a small little tick. This is terrible. And you're squeezing to the downside, right? See the red ones? That's squeeze. Squeeze is using like the Keltner bands to like tighten up on the range. No, there's not a lot to talk about on this. It's bad. That's basically it. It's just bad. Your previous bottom found support way down yonder. So there's an indication of where it might go. If it fails to 1-4, right? You got this level right here. If it fails that level, down to the 1-6-1-8. And if it fails to 1-6-1-8, back down to 0. And if it fails that, then you're hitting new all-time lows. But no, this is not good. Sorry, there's nothing to do here. There's nothing to do but allow it to bleed out, and scoop it up on a confirmed reversal. Right? There's nothing. There's zero reversal here. This is just a straight shot down to misery. Not good. All right, these right here, this rounded out bottom, that gave you indication that maybe something was cooking, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last 4 days told you, no way, dude. Not today. Not right now. And everything is just pointing to the downside. So yeah, I wouldn't be touching Nano anytime. Anytime until there's some type of reversal. All right, ZEC, BTC, Zcash. Zcash. Yeah, look at that. Zcash cruising, doing some things. All right, very nice. So Zcash, I was actually watching this all day on the hourly, which is brutal. But watch the, look at the stepping pattern, right? It's so clean. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now this is what I was watching the last few hours, right? This failure over here. Whoops. Yeah. So like when you're watching trends like that, you're looking for exhaustion. You're looking for a slowdown. And that's what we saw, I think it was Neo, we saw that. You kind of get like that rounded top. So look how beautiful this is. As far as price action is concerned, look how nice like all of this is, right? You can measure like every one of these moves. And they're great, right? They're just freaking great. And then you could do something like that. You say, all right, well, we had a channel, we got away from it, right? So we tighten it up. Right now we got a tighter channel. We got away from that. And then what happens now, right? We tighten it up again. Right now we have another. So you're constantly squeezing the price into a narrower range. But what's happening, if you look at it, right, you're starting to lose this. Right? You're creeping out of that and it's starting to work like this. So that's what you need to be mindful of. Now, again, that's on the hourly, so it's like, you might be saying to yourself, whatever, but you got to remember that dictates, right, how that candle is going to look at the end of the day. You want a good candle. So, where did we hit? Oh, not yet. Still a little room here. We have a little bit of room, ladies and gentlemen. Right, technically, well, I guess not. So that should be your failure level. Let's make this a little bigger. Yeah, and sure enough, so that's exactly where you failed. Right? That's right there. So that's your resistance line. It's no big deal. It's expected. So look at the drop, right? And we're gonna expect to see this on a majority of the coins. Okay, where you have this similar pattern. Now, they're not all going to have like a perfect channel like this, but what they will have is a strong downward move, which is this violent move down. Okay, now with the violent move down, you're going to get a harsh reaction. That's this. And some of them came down, did a dead cat bounce, and ended up making lower lows. Others, like our good old friend right here, Zcash, said, no way. I'm not going down like that. What Zcash decided to do was, so I'm going to take a 786-ish. That's not as good as I would have thought. So it's more like a 709. It's too bad. It would have been nice if it was a little bit cleaner. Well, I mean, if you didn't use the wick, I don't want to go down that road of use it, don't use it. All right, so it is what it is, right? 709. So I found support on the 709, pushed up, and now made a higher high. So what do we got here? All right, where did we go? Ooh, we got the 127. Then we stalled, right? Technically, let's be real, right? We got the 1618 right here. We got our target, right? Target was met. So bang, you got reversal, smash, good candle. Right back into the channel right here. This is your channel play. right? You came down in one 24-hour period. You came down, retested. That's your support. That's your retest. Push back up and got the 1618 and came down, right? So that's your first play, right? Check that off the list. Done, right? 168's done. All right, so then you pushed up here. You had a little bit of a bleed out. No big deal. Just when you pushed back, you failed to make a higher high. So this was okay right here. So that's just a typical swing fail. No big deal. All right? Swing fail in this case worked out perfectly, right? The second you broke it, right, you got a good candle out of it, but just like it should, it came right back and did what? Retest right there. Okay? Perfect. That's perfect price action. Came back, swing fail, got your retest, right? Retest came in, that's your catapult. Catapult comes back. This right here, this red line, long-term trend from a channel. Long-term trend from a channel. That should come back. That should be a retest. That should come back. Push back up here, you found somewhat confluence between the 2618 and historical support resistance. This is a major level because this is the hesitation before the swing high that brought you your low. Okay? See how that all works? Hesitation, support, swing high, low. 1, 2, 3, ABC, right? Those are very important. So you expect when you come back to smash your head on it. And I got to be honest with you, people are super bullish about ZC right now, but here's what it should do. All right, that's what it should do. I like it or not, dude. Like, that's what it should do. It should do that. It should obey the rules. And that's structure, swing fail, 1-6, rejection, top of channel. It all makes sense. All right? It all makes sense. Look at the size of that freaking channel and tell me that it's wrong to retest it. You break it right here, you failed, and you made new lows. You broke it right here, you failed and made new lows. You broke it right here, you failed and made new lows. So I want some confidence in the trade. All right. Now it looks like it's making some moves. It wants to break it, and I get it. It should want to break it, but it should do this. That's what I'm looking for. I would be looking for that. And I'll tell you what, you get the retest on that, right? Depending on what Bitcoin's doing, I'd probably just buy it, right? That's not financial advice, but it's got a lot of confluence right here. That's pretty good. Now, if it does push, if it does break this level, I would be expecting resistance anyway at the 2.6 or thereabouts. Right, so if you are to break it and you smash your head here, right, coming back and doing a little ping pong at least to flip this proper would be expected. Okay? But that's what I want to see. I want to see that. I want to see it. All right. Okay, so Zcash, yes. Got time for Cardano? No. No. Yeah, of course. Let's take a look. Cardano. All right, so Cardano is being weird. It's being really weird. It found its local bottom. It gave us this incredible play. It's like, hey guys, I'm back. Let's do this. You know, I want to play. See the hesitation? See where it smacked its head? We just talked about this. This is what I'm talking about. Here's your hesitation, support, right, before your swing high that made your low. Okay? I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about this low. But you know, you get it, right? And what'd you do the second you came up to it? You rejected the hell out of it. Right? And people were mad bullish on Cardano. Hell yeah. April, people were like, Cardano, Charlie. So, yeah, this is what you got. You got just a ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous 53% drop in 40 days. I mean, it's not good. All right, but it did find support. Why? Huh, that is an odd level. Really? It is bizarre. I wonder if this had anything to do with... no, not even like if you do like a flip, support resistance flip, you know, sometimes from like an old pattern. No. You just like accumulated over here for whatever reason. Well, that could be a 127. Let's check it out. Nope. No. Your zero line's down here, right? This is the move. That's your move. Well, let's take it from the actual bottom. So if we take it from the bottom, not from the move, take it from the bottom. Okay, 886. That makes sense. All right, so you found support on the 886. Oh, man, this is disgusting. This is what, oh. This is gross. All right. Okay, this is all right. It's not as gross as it originally looked. Swing fail, right? To the upside. Let's see. That makes more sense. So swing fail, right? To the upside. We have our new trend on a bottoming pattern. We're going to hold... we're going to hold this line for now, right? Even though it broke to the south side, just bear with me for a second. We're going to hold that line for now. We're going to paint this guy because this is now support, right? Support from, we'll make that green so it's a little easier to see. Support from our push down from our retrace, right? So you have the major drop, you have a retrace. Retrace comes down, makes your first of four higher lows, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then your next high would be your 4, right? And then you've established an uptrend, right? A low, a high, higher low, higher high, boom, boom. All right, but you didn't, right? You failed right here. You know, you failed to make a higher high. So you have a swing fail in play, but you have bottom line support. We're going to play this to our advantage because that's this right here. All right? So here's what can't happen. You cannot trade south of this line. Okay? You need to cross up over your 9 EMA, 7-9, and back above your swing fail, your first swing fail. All right? Now, this swing fail is going to be way more elongated. So you're going to have to play into that. That's going to be very close to this line, your establishment line. So what's probably going to happen is you're going to establish on top of body. There's a lot of really terrible colors on top of orange and yellow. Just saying. It looks pretty bad. So, sorry about that. Right. So that's what you got. Okay. So Cardano, you got a lot to deal with over here. First, anything under this line of support, right, is just short, right? This can be shorted on some exchanges, so not financial advice, but that would be a short. You creep up into it, right? And by default, this is why I don't like this line, right? By default, you're going to be up over the swing fail line, which is this, right? I'm just saying, like within 1, 2, 3, on your fourth day, you're over it without doing anything, and that's not good. That's why this line becomes important. So even when you are over it, right, like over here, and you're trading over here, it does not qualify as doing anything, right? You haven't done anything. It's still garbage. So that's why this line becomes your focal point for support. Okay, that's why that line's there. All right. So trade anything below here, right? Bearish. Above here, right? You're bullish once you cross over, so long as your timing didn't put you there by default. Okay. Then you need to get over this line, right? That's your new support line. So you have one support, two support, right? And swing fail will be support if you break it soon enough. From there, you got to push over your 790 EMAs, right? And you have this area of accumulation right here, so take that into consideration. You'll probably get a little bit of hesitation there. That's also our old range, right, which is all over here. Okay, all of that trading. This is all range trading, right? All range trading, range trading, range trading. Right, so that should be a level of resistance. Pop in there, and then you're now part of a much bigger symmetrical triangle. Something like that. All right. It's not necessarily validated just yet, right? You got 2 touches to the top side, three to the bottom side, but you already broke below, so it's kind of like whatever. But it's a visual indicator of what to look for, what possible resistance lines could be headed your way. All right? Cool with that? It's probably not the best news, but hey, it is what it is. So sorry. Okay. Yeah. Don't want to make it hard for you today. I think you still have to regain your mental strength after the adventure in the shitcoin land yesterday. Lime, what's up? Yeah, ZEC moving. ZEC was moving. Did it cross over the line? No. Okay. Let's see. 88 BTC is poop. Yeah, wait for confirmation. Yes, sir. Wait for confirmation. I'm itching to buy an alt. Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't buy just to buy. Things are getting wrecked, all right? BTC right now is trending up, at least on the hourly. So keep that in the back of your head as you're looking at alts, right? Because this is the first time in the hourly it's painting a higher high, right? So take that with a grain of salt. BNB BTC, Hector. I second BNB. What was the targets on XZC? What the hell is XZC? What is that? No inverted head and shoulders? On what, Migo? Oh, this? Yeah, you got left shoulder, head. Your right shoulder is weak. This is your technical right shoulder, because price reversed. If you're painting a new right shoulder, then I guess. Yeah, well, huh. All right, maybe. Here's what's more important, I think. This will play into the head and shoulders. Remember how I was just talking about trend with Zcash on the 1 hour? Remember how nice it was? You know, nice, Nice, nice. Very rounded bottom. All right. But look what happened when we got back into trend. Shallow, 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 fail, almost a double top. Right? So we've kind of done like this. So we had like sharp, 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 and what you want is back to sharp, sharp, sharp. Right? But we didn't get that, did we? What we got was, get over here. We got sharp, 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 round, and then this. Right? We got a weakness. So strength and trend is what I see here, and it looks weak. You know, like it got weak. When it came back to these new all-time highs, right? It just, you know, it lost some steam. Man, this is a terrible chart. Holy crap! I can't see anything. I'll tell you what. Let's put it right in the trash can. All right, easy peasy. So, an inverted head and shoulders. Yeah. Yeah. Very well could be. Well, not really. Just don't have the angle for the left shoulder. It's just too harsh. For where the price action is, like, you know, you would have needed something like way the hell up here for that to be valid, right? It's just like this is too far away. You know, it's just too deep. See how it just kind of like throws the whole pattern off? Like the neckline's gross. So if that were like that, you know, if it were like here-ish, almost kind of like that, then you got something going. But you can't just like fabricate areas to put patterns. Like it just doesn't work that way. What is going on here? Jeez, what the hell is this shit? It's crazy, I tell ya. Right. So like that, and then like that, and then like that. All right. So, yeah, it's not gonna work. Sorry. Close. No cigar. No cigar. What you do have is major resistance right here. Okay. Major resistance. 1, 2. Break. Come back down. Fail, 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 fail. Right. So major resistance level. Major support line? Kinda. I mean, major. Decent. Let's say a decent support line. Okay? So this becomes the focal point. Right? Don't even worry about all this other jazz down here. Don't even worry about it. Right? This becomes the focal point. What is this telling you? What does this say? All right, we got nice support right here. Look at that. 200. Or is it the 222? Look at that. This is like perfect. But a big dip, right? Saved by the 50, only barely, and then lost the 50 right away. So that was kind of pointless. You're currently trading under currently trading under your 9 EMA, your 20 MA. You did get support at the 7, so you're clamping at the present moment. Yeah, that's oof. It's just it's ugly. It is. Yeah, it's pretty ugly. You're establishing a range, right? So I hate to do it. I don't want to. Don't have much of a choice, unfortunately. We're just gonna have to declare it as range for now. Until we see otherwise, we're kind of range trading. Like you could call these trends, okay? So we'll put them on here because they're valid, right? So we'll look at the trends as they appear. Major swing fail. All right, it's cool. So with a break and a fail, right here, break and fail. Yeah, I mean that's it, right? It's an invalidated triangle, so you don't even have a pattern here. You almost had a double top with a drop, but not really. You got a good rounded curl with like a little chimney smokestack, right? But still nothing. Again, kind of like a double top and drop, so very similar to this structure-wise, like this. But at the end of the day, right, you got buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low. You probably got screwed. Sell high, and buy low. So, I mean, ideally, this should be your next play. You might find some resistance on the swing fail, but that didn't stop it this time. Broke right through it like it didn't even exist. Yeah, I'd be looking at range trading until we see indication otherwise. This is you have a channel, right? And play the channel sideways channel BNB. Hey, you heard it here first. All right. XCC. Yeah, what is XCC? What the hell are you talking about? A friend of mine is holding ADA for a long time on purpose. Like, I mean that, like, is that his just like a long-term hold, or did he like forget to sell or held on too long and just now it's too late to sell? XCC BTC. I looked at it yesterday. I don't know what it is today. Holy mackerel. Zcoin. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, Zcoin got the breakout play. Boom, boom, bang, bang. Woo, woo. You see how it kind of like strobes on the screen? Yeah, it's a party. Let's see. So breakout play is good. I don't foresee resistance on the 2-2. So if we broke to the downside, we were saying this was our ideal buy, right, at the 50, somewhere around the 786, up over the 20. But we didn't. We broke to the upside. How fantastic. So I would look at this candle on the 4 and see if we got a retest. Oh, we did not. Yeah. Well, I would think it's coming down. So 1, 2, 3. Well, you can't really count that period because it's only an hour in. So 2 periods after a pump that broke, your volume significantly dropped to garbage levels. Levels well below average, meaning that this, not that it was a false break, but it's like the one dude who like leaves the bar, screaming like, let's do this, and nobody follows him. It's that scenario, which is not good. All right, so with the break, right, not only did you break through, right, your descending triangle, But you got stopped, right, at your 382, which is good. Okay. And then you really did nothing for 2 periods, 2 4-hour periods. And now it looks like you're gonna retest 382. It looks like that would make the most sense. So I would plan for a retest, maybe even, dun dun dun, maybe even come back, kiss it before you come back down. Now it would have been nice to come back down earlier, but it didn't. Because, because it didn't. So I would be expecting. Why did we put this line here? What is this? Damn it. Stupid brain. Gotta get a new one of those. I mean, it's there for a reason. Oh, was that just marking range? Our old range? Maybe it was just marking range. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I still am not changing my mind here. It looks like it's gonna come back. Yeah, I mean it doesn't look like it, but like it looks like it. All right. You can ride it, but you need to be cautious. All right. I think what we were saying here was if it broke, you might not get a retest, right? Because of the strength in the move, right? This move. So this move was so strong, right, that you get something like this, you get a break because you're in range, right? Old range. You might not get that pullback. You might just zoom right through, like almost like an icky cloud, right? Like edge to edge, just like blast right through it. Which is possible. It's certainly doable. Volume is not on your side. Well, we're on the daily again, but volume's not on your side for the last 2 4-hour periods, not including this period so far. And this period so far has very little volume, but we're 1 out of 4 hours in. So take that with a grain of salt. Coming back at least to 1324, 1328 would make the most sense. And then a push up. All right, so 13, call it 1328. That's what I'd be looking at for our rebuy. We were somewhere in between on our analysis of Litecoin last night. Hit 129. I thought 131. You anticipated 121, I think. Great learning on here. All right, Lime. Hell yeah, Lime. That's what I'm talking about. Excellent. Yeah, Litecoin's just doing weird things. I don't trade the BTC pair unless I'm leverage trading it, but I do mess around with the USD pair. This is a different chart than yesterday. Because we looked at Coinbase, didn't we? Yes, sir. We looked at Coinbase. All right. Yes. So for Litecoin, I mean, and I got a lot of respect for a lot of traders. There's a lot of like really, really, really smart people out there, and it's awesome. And I learn from all of them. Right? Never stop learning. And everybody has opinions, and some are stronger than others, and they get all loud and crazy and whatever. But I don't let that affect me. What I see is what I see, and whatever. I'm cool with being wrong, so long as I had an idea. You know what I mean? And an idea that was my own. So again, based off of this channel, almost not like solely based off of it, but very much based off of this channel, I'm still cool with what do we got here? Like 116, like in the high teens. All right, I'm fine with that. Some people say not a chance in hell, and that's fine too, dude. I'm not looking for like who's ever right or who's ever wrong. I'm just I'm learning like everybody else. But if I see something, then I see something. You know what I mean? I have no problem changing my mind either. Like some people, they refuse. I'm not like that. I don't play that game, man. So that being said, this is pretty nice. Okay, so on top of symmetrical triangle, on top of a large impulse, right? Usually give you a bowl pennant. So a bowl pennant can be super awesome when they play out properly. And if this were to play out properly, you would just take this little guy right here and you would just attach it right there and be like, hey, look at that. Which would net you the 382 from the 236. So again, kind of like Icky edge to edge, this would be similar to pushing you up and over a fib level. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to have the same slope of impulse. It does help if it does. Let's say it didn't. Maintain the level. So 182, and then work it back into the channel. And now you can put a proposed time on it. Hey, how about that? Hey. All right, July 10th, 182. So it's just an idea of what you can do. If it did maintain proper slope, right, then you basically just take it, copy it, paste it, and then just dump it right onto wherever the breakout is, if you do have a breakout play. All right. But very similar to BNB with the slowdown, right? This is like a grazing little slowdown here. Day by day, just not much, right? 2%. 1%, 0.66%, so far today, 0.37. Like 389 was your big move, right? And it was a big move down off of, slapping your head on our long-term channel. So, barring the pennant, let's see. If the pennant plays, so in other words, if we break out of the symmetrical triangle to the upside, right? We break out to the upside. So really anything above 135, break out to the upside, and then I would be expecting this to play out. All right. So if it broke, let's just say it broke today, you're looking at like 35%. Awesome. All right. Crazy sweet. Now we did that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We did that in 8 days. So less than a week, right? Crushed it. Now I don't think we did 30%. No, we did a little bit less. Oh, a little bit more. I'm sorry. Logarithmic threw me off. 44% is what we did, but we're still expecting, let's see, 33%. All right, because we're in logarithmic, so things look different, right? If you take it out of log, then it'll be more, scale, more symmetrical. But I don't like charting in non-log or arithmetic or whatever the hell it's called. All right. So if we break to the upside, I'm cool with this. 33% up. Probably find a little hesitation at the 382 if we maintain slope. If we don't maintain slope, then I would expect the channel to hold. So probably ride the channel for a little while, or maybe do like a false break, clip it, and then come back down to the channel. If we break to the downside, so today would be, let's see, today is over here. Oh, you son. If we break to the downside, which today would be anywhere below 129, I do have to break and confirm, same thing on the upside, then I'm still looking for like 115, ballpark. All right? So that's Litecoin. Bitcoin. Litecoin, Bitcoin. Litecoin, BTC. Cool? Cool. ETH. What? ETH. Oh, Polo. Well, we are about to invalidate our super duper Head and Shoulders. Or we're about to confirm our super duper Head and Shoulders. So, this doesn't really change. It's fine. You got a lower high, so now you just gave yourself a swing fail, so more work. All right, so now you have a new level to be annoyed about. God, it's really ugly. Huh. All right, well, there's hope here. So RSI ticked up right to the upside, 58 after hitting a low of 45. So got a nice little rise here, right? This is like a slowdown exhaustion rise, but it's still nice nonetheless and a good reversal. Signal line has smoothed out to a nice flat line, which is good because that gave the RSI, or the MACD, I should say, a chance to cross over. Even though they're converged right now, as price pulls away, it'll lift it up, right? It'll just kind of like just picture like I don't know, picking up like some clothes off the ground with like a fishing rod. You know what I mean? It'll kind of like bend it real slow. It'll do the same thing. So if price lifts, right, it'll lift the MACD with it, and you already have the cross, so it's a win. Histogram looks like garbage, but don't worry about that. That's no big deal. Okay, we're sitting around 80 with a tick to the downside. All right, let's see. TTM momentum up with a good push, right? So that's a win. So things are, all things considered, bullish for now. So the daily is giving us what? All right, so with our push up and our immediate price action to the left of it, right? So our push down, push up. Let's look at just this right now. Let's see what we got here. All right, so 76 the 709 or 706, whatever. We dropped down, and just like a magnet, right, we came back to our EMAs, found support. This was huge. So this candle so far today is support candle. I think what it's trying to do is maintain this trend, right, this local trend that it developed here. And that would be interesting because this is like a very micro swing fail. If it is trying to do that, it's not that it's bizarre. It's just, it's kind of wild. Yeah, I don't remember why I put this box here, but it's like, it looks like it's playing out. Anyway, I think we put that box there back here, right? Because that's what we were expecting for the Head and Shoulders, I think. I can't remember. One of you guys would have to tell me. All right, but support on the 20 down below. Support 7.9 local, right at it. This particular trend, right, is okay for immediate price action. So if that's the case, then, you know, you're looking to follow suit, right? Draw the trend. Not a great trend, but draw it and see where that puts you. Oof. Trend is terrible. All right, so you're going to have to exclude those just so we have something to even look at here. All right, so we already broke out of it. So not much good the trend's going to do. So we lost our slope, and it has done this. Right? Made like a check mark instead of a good price, right? So so price was doing this. So price was doing this. Right now, price is kind of like it's kind of doing like that. You know what I'm saying? Right? It lost its slope. So it weakened, right? The trend weakened. It's not as impulsive or strong or parabolic as it once was. So take that into consideration, right? That to me means exhaustion, typically. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be reversal, but you know, some type of exhaustion. It's pretty badass W over here too, but we can't really do anything with that because of this and that. So don't worry about that. All right, but that's kind of where we're at for ETH. Man, this chart is like bananas, dude. What is on here? Every line in existence? Holy smokes. I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. It's crazy. Crazy. Don't look too hard, guys. Your eyes will hurt. But, right? I still want that retest. Forgot all about that. Freaking ETH. Yeah, I still wanted to come down and retest this wedge. This guy. Yeah. Come back down, retest it. The head and shoulders pattern will give us that retest, but it'll give us the better of the two, right? The 174. Ideally, come down to the 157. Oh, this is all really exciting. Yeah, this is cool. It's cool, but unfortunately right now it looks slightly bullish. It looks like it's trying to maintain this little trend here. It would be invalidated. Let's see, up, down. So I guess technically it's already invalidated because of this lower that we got painted right here. But we could say support. Could say support right here. Right, and then failure right here. Okay. But that way you're like already a third down, so at that point you're trying to finish the head and shoulders anyway. All right, there's ETH. ETH. Okay. That'll probably wrap it up. Long-term hold, he's a hodler. Oh. All right, well, if you get a chance to slap him, do it. It'll be good and be healthy. No, long-term investing is fine, provided you have done actual research, however long that takes you, and you feel confident about it, and you have a plan, right? So if it reaches X level, you wrap it up and call it a day, a failed plan, and move on. If your plan includes going down to 1, then okay, But Cardano is it's a large market cap. It's a mid cap coin. I'm almost positive. I think it's in the top 16. So yeah, I mean it'll take some time to realize whether that's going to have the gusto to get back to all-time highs. All right, just going to move a stop order in. I'll take profits either way. Very nice. BAT BTC looks like a good opportunity. I've watched all your videos on Trading Room. Thanks for the education. You're very welcome, Dean. That's awesome, man. Thank you. Wallbanger, you're welcome. ETH to drop to 213 within a few days. Maybe. Yeah. I'm cool with that. Maybe. We shall see. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Good work. Well, we'll throw bat on. Currently trading the USDT pair, but hey, whatever. Whatever. You guys and your BTC pairs are crazy. But it's good. You know, if BTC's going up, then, you know, you can stack your Satoshis. All right. Bat. Not as flattering as the Tether pair. Huh. Right. Well. It's okay. Oof. This is just... It's brutal. Like, the bounce at the end is just like the nail in the coffin. You know, it was already coming down, you know? And then it was like, ooh, mild support. And then it was like, crush. Look at this. Look at the arc on that thing. Man, it got worse as you went along. So, like, this is the worst thing to see as a trader, right? Because let's say you got the reversal, right? You waited for confirmation. You bought right here, right? You broke above the 7.9. You expect resistance at the 20, but you know, you're like, that's cool. I got the short term, right? So you bought, let's just say, this is so miserable. So let's say you waited for confirmation, candle to close, right? So you bought that. Oh, dear Lord. Damn it. Well, whatever. You see the line, right? I'll do this. So that is your buy. All right. Then the next day comes, right? And it drops, but it's cool. You know, like even though you dropped like 2%, you found support on your 7.9. That's cool. Now, let's remember, you bought right here, right? Your obvious stop is here, below this line. All right? That's your obvious stop. So, you know, you adjust the capital appropriately so that, you know, you're not sized out. Then you get another drop. Okay, still all right. You know, you're kind of on your EMAs. Yeah, it's all right. No big deal. This might, you know, this reversal pattern might take a little while to realize. No big deal. It's fine, right? And then you're saying to yourself for the people that get tunnel vision, right? They're looking on the 1 hour chart and they're like, dude, massive bull pennant, man. It's awesome. We're good. We're totally good. Next candle comes, you got a little bullish activity. You went up 0.83%, but you probably went up 3 or so percent, and you're like, I broke even. I'm good. All right, now we're cooking, right? Now we're cooking with gas. Come back up again. Oh, we're getting closer to the 20. We got knocked out again. No big deal. Next day, we're going to push up over it. And then you drop. But it's all right. All this trading is still inside of our original candle, right? This is our confirmation candle. Nobody messes with the confirmation candle. It's a confirmation candle. It's a freaking win. And then we drop again. Now, this is 2 days below the 7.9. You're like, oof, dude, we're just like, ugh. But I got plenty of room for the stop loss. Everybody says it's bullish. We're still higher than our higher low. You know, it's a win. And then you get another. All right, well, it's only 1%. You know, it's no big deal. We're still well within our range of our wick. You know, I'm sure we're going to find support. So now you're doing this. You're like, oh, well, I got a support line here, right? This is clear support. You know, I'm definitely going to get support right here. And then of course, you know, I got this, right? You know, so that's support. And then you're like, well, if that's support, then that's probably support. You know, you're like, you've gone crazy at this point. You know what I'm saying? Now you get another candle. Another bullish candle. Bearish, right? Spinning top, though, you're like, indecision. That's all right. And look where I found support. Bang. I told you. You know, right to the moon. Next day. 3.5% down. But didn't stop you out, and I did it. No, sir. You're still in this. Not only are you still in it, it's like a double bottom. You're like, oh, hell yeah, this is exactly what I needed. Double bottom. This is a victory play. You know what I'm saying? I am going straight shot up from here. Double top, rock, we're rolling. I even have like an old trend over here somewhere. You're like, we're good. We are so good. I'm leaving it in. I haven't hit my stop. I'm good. And then the banger. 7% candle. And not only does it knock you out, it takes you out of the game, right? You lost. From up here, you lost. Because it played with you every candle down until it killed you. And it just killed you. Then what happened? Right? This is the most annoying part. Then what happened? Then you got this. You got support to the downside with a dagger, right? Look at that buying. All buying. Buying, 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 buying. What does that mean? Massive support. So what does that say for the overall trend? That was not your reversal. This is a better reversal. Does not necessarily mean reversal, but it's a better looking reversal. Right? So that's, I hate seeing that. If you see this, you see that slow bleed where it just feels like somebody's messing with you, right? They are. And it's terrible. I've been there, man. I know. I've watched it. Seen it. Seen it happen live to me. And it is just an awful experience because the candles are so small that every day it doesn't hurt so bad. You know, and then they give you like the big knocker, right? But it keeps you in because it's a freaking double bottom. You know, right above your stop loss. And, you know, it's like, I'm cool. And unfortunately, what some people is they'll buy this. Because it's like a whole new play, right? It's like, oh, double bottom. Well, I'll buy the double bottom. And then they dump. They dump on you. It sucks. So anyway, I came down, right? You have all this buying down here. Just massive freaking buying. So that's your support line for now, for sure. Make that green. And then as you come up, right, you found resistance like right at your earlier bottom. 7 and 9 are acting as resistance. 20's up above. You got a lot of work to do for this. This is not... Nothing is like screaming out as this being a good play. Not for now. Now the tether pair looks a hell of a lot better. Which is odd, right? But it's not, you know, because it's like two completely different. Anyway, so the USD value of it is okay, right? I painted a very nice descending triangle over here. You got a nice resistance level, right? Break above, push on the swing. Swing fail got you support from structure, and then you sort of expect a little bit of a retest over here, which is kind of what you're getting right now, right? So if you zoom in on the 4 hour, you say, oh, well, that's cool, we're good. We got our swing fail, crushed it, broke, close above, come back, test it perfectly, find support and push. Right, so now the next level here is this guy. Well, technically, it's this guy. Whoa. Get back over there. Technically, it's this guy. All right. For your overall level. Right? Which coincides with what? Oh, 382. So you got confluence on the 382. Right? And then look at how it's reacted in the past, right? It gets a good smash, right? So you have to you got to have your orders ready for this asset, right? Because as soon as you get it, it's gone. As soon as you get it, it's gone. As soon as you get it, it's gone. You have to be ready for that. You can't ride that one, right? So you just have to be happy with whatever percent you've tried to lock in and, get the hell out, let it do its thing, and then get back in, next time it looks bullish. But this is the play right now. Swing fail, push, drop, retest, push up, grab the 382, and basically get the hell out. You could play all the way up, to the 2-3. You could skip the 3-8, right? Because of you've already broken this level, right? You broke this line. So each one of these could act, right, as potentials. So you may you got to ride it 1%, ride it a 0.5%, ride it another 0.5%. So you could just shoot for the 2-3 if you wanted to. This is bullish enough, right, to break out of the triangle, where you could be I'll just shoot for the 2-3. But you might have to. You're going to hang out in that trade for longer. It's not going to be like a 1-day thing. This could be a 1-day thing, even though it looks like it's far away. It's really not. It's really not too bad. It's like this right here. You're probably talking 3%, 5% maybe, 4.73. Yeah, so you're talking 5%. If you come down, so let's say you stopped at the 3.8, so 4.79. Right, so you get that by the end of the day, you hope, whether it be 1 or 2 4-hour candles, a little hesitation in between, probably get a little bit knocked out right here because, that always happens, and then push up for a little stall out, push back up, find resistance, come back down. Probably, it could be all right. Could be all right. This level might want to get retested right here. Something like that. Kind of like where we're at right now. It could come back for that, or push up to the 2-3 and then come back, retest it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's got time. It's got time. All right, anyway. 213 is right there on your trend line, I think. Couldn't even see the numbers on your chart. Awesome. Good night, Felix. All right, cool. Everybody, as always, I do appreciate you guys hanging out. Tomorrow is going to be different. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'll be on a road during the day. Tomorrow night, I have to be somewhere. I don't know what time it is. But I have to attend that. Yeah, so tomorrow's up in the air. I don't know. I'll if I'm on, I'm on. If I'm not, I'm not. We're gonna have to play that one by ear. We'll have to see what happens. The rest of the week is gonna be interesting. All right, so we will reconvene hopefully tomorrow. If not, then we'll make something work. All right, but until then, I want to see you guys on the exchanges and happy trading.